Today, we are continuing our discussion of knowing her intimately 12 keys to creating a sextraordinary marriage. We're on T number 4, which is time and making sex a priority. Time plays a huge role in the challenges of sexual intimacy. This chapter is not only looking to help you make time for lovemaking and spend enough time at it to make it mutually fulfilling and satisfying, but also to make time for personal sexual development and sexual learning as well. Many husbands lament that they don't feel like a high priority to their spouses. With so many things on a woman's plate, they might need to consider cutting back on some of their daily activities. Sometimes you just need to declutter your life so that some things can be removed from your daily schedule in order to be able to make more time for your relationship. It's totally worth it when you realize that you're trading time from something good for something even better. One of the best things that husbands can do for their wives is to help them find some downtime to rejuvenate. Helping wives have some personal downtime is probably one of the most cherished acts of love given the hectic lives of women today. When a husband makes helping his wife a priority, he lovingly removes some of the obstacles that prevent her from being able to make sex a high priority. Some couples may find that it's helpful to make a sex plan to clear out some of the logistical barriers in order for them to connect sexually. Try planning at least one occasion for lovemaking per week or more if you're up for it. This needs to be priority time with priority energy, not just whatever is left over. Some couples find it best to not schedule specific nights, but to ensure that each of them will initiate sex at least once per week. Date nights are a great night to devote to planned sexual activity. In a loving, mutually respectful relationship, when sex is a priority for one spouse, it needs to be a high priority for the other as well. An emotionally connected relationship between husband and wife is one of the best motivators for making sex a high priority. When both feel close and connected, and there is genuine warmth between them on a regular basis, it sets the stage for women to more easily flip the switch and be willing to go there. The benefits of making time for your partner sexually include awakened senses, a deepened relationship, and feeling more whole and complete as a sexual being. Don't forget that physical touch alone has healing powers. Research shows that orgasm and skin-on-skin contact releases oxytocin, which is considered the bonding or connecting hormone. Making sex a priority in your relationship isn't just for you or for your spouse's benefit, but also for the benefit and sake of your children. Not much would benefit your children more than providing them with a strong and secure foundation of securely and intimately bonded parents. Making your spouse and your marriage a priority also shows your children what it looks like to have a good, strong marriage, which makes it easier for them to create a strong, happy marriage for themselves in the future. Making time for your relationship includes things like regular date nights, pillow talk, daily texts and phone calls, as well as other tender and thoughtful acts of kindness and love. All of these require time, but for good lovemaking to occur, you must be willing to spend time on the emotional dimension of your relationship. relationship as well. Good sex is a learned behavior. In addition to reading good books and articles and listening to audio resources like podcasts, it takes time to learn from each other as well. Great sex is ultimately an adventure of trial and error to figure out just the right ingredients in just the right amounts for a mutually fulfilling sexual relationship. In addition to making time for the emotional dimension of the relationship and learning about each other sexually, meaningful and fulfilling lovemaking does require time. Many couples don't spend enough time on foreplay before diving into the main event of intercourse. Couples need to set aside a sufficient amount of unrushed, pleasuring time so they can enjoy every sensation. A healthy mix of quickies and luxurious long-form lovemaking is preferred to meet the needs of both partners. Priority time is needed for strengthening your marital relationship, learning sexually about each other, and having enough time for fulfilling sexual intimacy. These things contribute to creating the sextraordinary marriage that you desire. If you want a more detailed description of how finding time for fulfilling lovemaking and sexual intimacy, click on the link below to purchase your copy of Knowing Her Intimately for only $10 by using the code KNOWHER at checkout. Join us next week as we discuss transition and getting there. And until then, happy marriaging.